Yeah. Listen, she could take screenshots and black out her entire parts of the conversation if she's embarrassed about it. We want to see what Gabby said to her. Yeah, I can turn comments off. So you mean so the screen is bigger for her to show something, or just because she's not nervous? She's coming over here to my live. I understand.
No, we did an allergy test back in Illinois, and he wasn't allergic to anything. All right. Next one is.
I heard Suba and Savannah now I haven't seen either of those videos about the mark. Yeah. Okay. All right. When she gets in, I'll turn comments off.
Sorry. Meg does not like when I eat.
She's Mel is coming over here so she can. Mel is coming over here so she can. I switched devices there. It's easier for me.
All right.
Can you make phone calls on Snapchat? I don't know.
Whatever this is called, I don't know.
No, Cameron is with them.
That's fine.
Hey.
There you are.
People are saying what I have to say is a waste of time. So if you guys want, I can just not say anything more.
No, listen, I have specific questions. And so what I want you to, I think one of the most impactful things that you vouched for Gabby is that you said you were on the phone with her the entire time that she was at the hospital. So, I mean, was that a lie? Did you lie for her and say that?
No, because I was on the phone.
So take us through that. Did she...
She was crying.
From home? Did you tell her to go to the hospital?
I told her yes. I said that she should go to the hospital.
Okay. So she went live from the parking lot before she went in. And so then you're saying that she called you, or you were on the phone with her as she went in?
I talked to her when she was in the waiting room. Okay. And then I didn't talk to her when she went right into the room. Okay. And then a little bit after, I guess she called me and said that she had a miscarriage. And then I talked to her for a little bit, and supposedly they were giving her IV and stuff. And then the doctor came in, or a nurse came in. I don't know exactly who it was, but they said, "I'm so sorry." And that she says, "So I had a miscarriage." And they said something like, "Yeah," or "mm-hmm." I don't know. I don't know if she said to say that. I don't know exactly what was going on. But I assume she had a miscarriage.
Did she show you any documentation or
It's
that?
the same documentation that she showed you guys. The stuff on her phone.
Okay. So she said she threw away the discharge paper, so you didn't see that. Did you?
And she showed me the same stuff, that like the stuff on the tissue paper. She showed me the, what do you call it? What was it? The, like she showed me something on like actual tissue paper. Like not tissue paper, but toilet paper.
Like discharge.
Yes. And then she showed me also the
Did she show you a picture of it, or did she
showed me a
point?
picture, and she showed me stuff on like actual like vaping, and then she showed me veins in her breasts and in her stomach, and, excuse me, and all that stuff. Like constantly talking about, oh, like I don't know what's going on with these veins. It's very weird.
But that was the. But you said the discharge. She showed just pictures.
She showed me a picture, and she showed me actual in her hand of like that she waped herself and there was discharge.
Okay.
But that was right before she went to the hospital and she was bleeding.
Okay. Okay. Um. So you were convinced she had a miscarriage,
Yes, correct.
and what convinced you that she didn't? Like, what changed your mind?
You guys talking about the HCG,
Okay.
because you guys are like, because I don't know much about that stuff.
Okay.
So you guys, she drove, like pretty much put in my head that she did have the miscarriage. But then I started watching your guys' lives because I was recording it for her, and it showed that these guys are pretty much telling the truth that she really wasn't pregnant. She lied to me. She lied to my mom. She literally lied to us.
Who were the other mods when you were a mod?
There was a Tina. There was a Nicole. There was another one. There was Patriot Nana. There was Karen. And there was Hollywood.
Did you? Did she have a mod chat, like a group chat, or is she communicating individually, one-on-one with you?
Just me, one-on-one.
Okay. Did she talk to you about talk shit about the other mods to you, or who she?
No. Like with you guys, how they turn people against other people, but you guys didn't turn me against her. I realized with my own eyes what kind of person she is.
Okay. So you were going to show us on green screen what a Patriot Nana message and a Gabby message.
Okay, so let me see how I configure it to do this. So camera, and I just look for green screen, right?
Yeah, I'm about as savvy as you are with green screen.
Never done this before, so I have to look for green screen. Oops. Be patient with me, guys, please. Oh, there we go. Found it. So that was from Patriot Nana.
Okay, I don't. You're okay. Here we go. Oh, that was yesterday.
I took the screen cap yesterday. So.
What was the day before?
Pardon?
It says yesterday 9/22. So
Yeah.
Did you take that screen grab today or yesterday?
I screen capped this yesterday, like today, this morning.
Okay. And Gabby, you said no.
How do I do this again? Oops.
So clearly, Patriot Nana is talking to Gabby.
I think. Oh, hold on. And then this one is from Gabby. And she can't reach me because I have blocked her and Aaron.
Yeah. So I guess just a general question, like what, I mean, did she ask you to embellish, to lie, to do anything on her behalf? Now, looking back, not when you were in the thick of the situation, but
She'd ask me to screen record everything that I can of your lives. She used to message me and say to me, "Oh, they're live. Go record." Or if I saw them live, saw you guys live, I would message her and tell her because I thought you guys at first were bullying her. But
okay.
and now I see that you guys are not. You're looking out for Cameron.
And who is she? Like, what was she telling you that a detective was? Who was her advocate? Who was she taking this information to?
This detective, I think his name is Alex. I forget his last name. His name is Alex, and he works for Cape Coral Police in Cape Coral.
Did she have a meeting with him, or did she just tell you that she?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, they're downstairs now. My apologies.
Problem. I'm just curious if she shared with you if she was going to meet with a detective, if she had meeting with Cameron's teachers, if she took him to be a pediatrician, if she took him to a dentist. Like, did she tell you anything that she was doing either on behalf of her allegedly being bullied or on behalf of Cam?
So she did meet with a detective, as what she told me. She did say that she had to take him to like some special place where it's like some sexual assault place. Pardon my, I don't know if you can get banned. I apologize. And then she told me nothing about a pediatrician. Nothing about like doctor wise. What else?
So really, honestly, it doesn't sound like you know any more than what she would tell people. Did she share anything specifically about the PTSD diagnosis with you?
No. This came after I told her about my PTSD. I suffer very badly with PTSD, very, very badly. And I told her about my story. If she wants to share that with you guys, which she probably will, and if so, it's very embarrassing. Very sorry. It's very bad. And if she wants to share that, that's perfectly fine. And if she does, she's a very horrible person to do that.
Well, it's not going to reflect. It's not going to reflect good on her, Mel. I mean, Aaron has already threatened to dox your address when they heard you were going live, but she stopped him at that. She is not going, and she did start spewing some things out this morning before you even opened your mouth. So, but if
Well, that shows what kind of person they are, right? Because you know what I'm doing is something for a child. And you know what? I'm not lying about anything. I'm not keeping anything to myself. I'm telling the honest truth. And if you guys don't believe me, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, calm down. But the thing is, Mel, you're not really telling us anything that we don't know. So she can't say that you're revealing some you know, deep dark secrets they shared with you. You're sharing your opinion. You don't think he's autistic. Like, there's nothing really that you have shared. I think that is something that she doesn't want revealed. Do you know who Big Bird is? Do you know who any of the?
I kind of think that Oxy, whatever kitten person is, I believe that is Spread Love. And I believe maybe this Big Bird might be Patriot Nana or the other way around.
Interesting. What so
That's
spread?
just my assumption.
So what conversations with you have you had with Gabby about spread? Does she know?
I said that she shouldn't be having association with her just because of the things that people are saying about her.
And what did Gabby say to that?
Not much. I've told Gabby multiple times to get off live, and she doesn't. Like she doesn't, and like she says that I have I'm upset that she didn't talk to me. Well, Gabby, you know what? It wasn't that you didn't talk to me. I've messaged you multiple times, and it was weeks upon weeks that you didn't talk to me. Yeah, you told me you were going to kill yourself a couple of times. You did it on live. It was just a message away to say, hey, I'm okay. But then there was no response. But next thing you know, you're on live, Gabby. So it's a one-way friendship. It was a one-way friendship. And she lied to you guys all today, saying that when I was in the hospital, you didn't message me. You didn't care. You didn't care. My mom had falls multiple times. If you were a friend and I texted you and said, "Oh, my mom's not doing good," you could have messaged me and said, "Oh, that's not good," and check up on. You know what I mean? A friend would do that.
Mm-hmm.
I checked up on you when you weren't feeling good, or if Cam wasn't feeling good, I checked up and made sure you're okay. Or if you were depressed and you were having a bad day, I checked up on her.
Do you think she's really trying to get pregnant?
Yes,
You do.
100%, 100 billion%. Yes, she is.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly and truthfully, the things that she does on camera and the things that she shares live is something that people don't want to hear and people don't want to see.
Absolutely.
People don't want to see your ovulation test. People don't want to see you playing with your breast. People don't want to see that.
No, I've said earlier, I think all the inappropriate stuff is might be what finally binds her up with CPS. Like, so inappropriate in front of a child, and she can't help herself. Neither of them can. They're both so inappropriate.
I agree. The things that I'm seeing, like Erin telling her to bend over and touch her toes and spell run, and then she does it, and she at first doesn't want to do it, and then does it, and then he does that gesture to her, and then next thing you know, C comes over and does it to her himself. That's something you don't do. I have a 1-year-old granddaughter, and me and my fiance would never do that around her.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Do you do you think, other than like Patriot Nana, Karen, do you think that she has genuine supporters?
No.
I mean, my opinion is, I think that was proven when nobody donated to her GoFundMe. Like, your true supporters are going to donate. But
Well, the thing is, I was a genuine friend at Christmas time. I sent her a fair sized parcel. Like I sent them gifts, good gifts, and I felt like I wasn't appreciated.
did she send you any gifts?
Nope, not a thing.
Not surprising.
She said she was going to send me a sweater from Cape Coral, and she never sent me anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
And I even asked her if she could send me some Post Malone Oreos. Because here in Canada, we couldn't get any Post Malone Oreos. For some reason, we can get Selena Gomez Oreos, but no, we couldn't get the Post Malone Oreos. So I asked her, because you guys can get them down there, I can't get them here. Well, she's like, well, I can see. And I said, well, Aaron works for FedEx. Can you get them and ship them, like, for me? I'll pay them. I'll pay you for them, and I'll pay you for the shipping. Well, she wouldn't even do that for me.
Did you really contact CPS, or are you just saying that?
No, I did.
Did you call? Did you submit online?
No, I called. I did it from work the day that I made the first video.
And I think you already told us. You already told me anyway what you reported to them. How did the conversation end with them?
That they're going to follow up. And I'm going to call probably tomorrow to see if it was followed up.
Okay.
Which I'm hoping so.
Yeah, I
feel like they're failing that little boy.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that I have any more questions, but hang on one second here. All right. I'm gonna turn comments back on, but I'm going to turn comments on, but I'm really only going to see if there's any new questions. And I just let Feisty in a box.
Feisty, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good. It's storming pretty bad out here. Mel, I just want to ask you a question. You said that Spread reached out to you at one point in time, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you also said that you tried to warn Gabby about Spread, but she really just didn't listen to what you had to say. She didn't respond or any of that good jazz.
Yes.
Do you have any idea at all that Spread may be helping Gabby get into people's information and things of that nature?
I kind of have a feeling that Spread Love is a hacker. Because after that I talked to her, my account, my very first account that I messaged all you guys on, went goodbye.
Mel, how did you talk to her?
I talked to her through TikTok.
No,
She messaged me first and told me about Feisty and Villain and told me not to trust these women because they're horrible and they're vile. And then after that, my TikTok went bye-bye.
But how did you make phone call? How did you speak to Gabby via phone?
Through Snapchat.
Through Snap. Okay.
So she never texted you from any of those numbers that have been revealed on here in the past couple of weeks?
No, because I don't have long distance on my phone.
Okay, so can you repeat what you reported to CPS? I know that you told me
that I've seen abuse
and
neglect, and that I've seen a lot of concern from seeing her online and talking to her on Snapchat.
Okay, did you talk about the incident that you said that where he had the stitches or the black eye or anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Good question. Do you know what happened after court? Was she taken directly to the hospital after court?
I did not hear about that, no. All I know is she told me she was escorted out because she was being followed. And supposedly she was followed to a restaurant after.
Oh, I must have missed when you talked about C getting stitches. How did C get those stitches again?
So supposedly he got locked in his room and that they had to be down the door because the door got locked and he was on the other side of the door and the door hit him.
Okay, Mel, you admitted earlier in your beginning part of your live that you do have some learning disabilities. Can you disclose to us what your learning disabilities are?
I have dyslexia.
So when you were on the phone with Gabby from the hospital, it was through Snapchat?
Pardon, sorry?
When you were on the phone with Gabby from the hospital, it was through Snapchat?
Yes.
So you said that you don't have the messages from Snapchat unless somebody can help you figure out. What about the phone calls? Do you have any record of the phone calls between you and
They
her?
were they were all on Snapchat.
Well, the reason why I asked her that, Scruffles, is because Gabby's target audience is people with some type of disability, learning disability. She manipulates the hell out of them, and I'm trying to form my own opinion over here because I haven't been, me and Mel have gone back and forth. She sent some dirty shit to me or whatever, but I'm trying to form my own opinion. And because the other people that Gabby has done, they've had some learning disabilities and stuff too. That's the only reason why I asked. Okay, so I'm not trying to
I'm
distract from
not
the
taking guys. If you're hating on her, I'm not taking offense for her asking. I'm fine with it. So don't hate on her.
Anyways, those are all the questions I had. Thank you so much, Pink, for letting me in.
Sure.
Thanks, Feisty. But, that's okay. She can talk about my boyfriend.
Is there so aside from personal, things that you've shared with her, does she or Aaron like really have anything honestly to threaten you with? Like, is there other than sharing deeply personal things?
Um, no. All she can share about is what happened to me when I was 2 years old. What happened between me, my mom, and my fiance. Pretty much all I can tell you is my fiance had a meltdown and punched a couple holes in my walls, and he got arrested. And that's about it. He's okay now. We're fine. That's in the past. That was in February. Let's see.
Mel, can you take a screenshot of your Snapchat? Like, at least I'm not familiar with
No,
it.
I can like legit show you right now.
Okay.
She's just a little bit nervous, and I don't. She's just nervous to get in the box.
Who's nervous?
There's another mod that was Gabby's mod.
Is trying to get in my box right now?
No, she's just nervous to get in the box.
And who is that?
Her name is Tina. She was one of Gabby's mods as well.
Okay.
Tina, if you're in here, say hi. You guys probably know who she is. There she is. If someone could, yes, Tina Lima. I guess that's how you pronounce her last name. Yes, everybody, you're right. She's just a little bit nervous because of what Gabby's doing to me, I guess.
Okay, well, she's welcome to come in to the box. It's safer here than anywhere else.
Tina, get in the box. You'll be fine. She'll turn the comments off.
Okay, show us the pic of your Snapchat. People are
Okay.
waiting for that.
Let's like this. So if I do a green screen, will that show what's on my screen?
You got to take a screenshot of it and then do the green screen.
Sorry, my mom's calling me.
Go ahead and take that. And Melissa Sue, do you have a request in?
I just wanted to say that she may be able to download her Snapchat data, because sometimes when you do that and then it gives everything, not everything gets deleted. Certain things will come. Yeah, certain things will come up, and just Google how to download your data and it'll tell you. But I've done that, and things that I thought were deleted were not. So
Sorry, my mom called me.
That's okay. So, because I'm not familiar. So, did you say that you blocked or deleted her? Does anybody, Melissa Sue, do you want to come back up? Does anybody can actually help her just briefly try to navigate this? Because I don't know.
okay, what are we looking for?
Get it.
I mean, if she deleted her, she deleted Gabby as
She would have to go and just go into her block list. Go into the settings, go into the block list, and then it'll show right there.
all right, Freckles.
If she unblocked her, it wouldn't do nothing. She would have had, so if she had them unblocked, or like she unblocked them, she would have had to, like, what do you do, that double tap or whatever so that they save? She would have had to have done that to all of the messages.
Okay.
Some people are like, they know just to do it there. It's like automatic for them to do the double tap, but
I don't know how to even work any of my stuff, so I'm sorry my dogs are barking. Okay, so
Go ahead.
she's unblocked. So I must have just deleted her.
Click on calls once.
Calls? Okay, hold on. Melissa, how do I make it so that you guys can see what I'm doing?
You can't screen share on here. You would have to get another device.
Okay. Okay, hold on. I go look just 1 second.
She called. Well, I'll ask her. She said she called from work.
She should just download her data, and then you'll get a file to file to download as a zip file, and then you can go through and get everything from there. I'm not going to accept your request. Sorry, I'm talking to my life.
We got a lot of shit happening here in this live.
I know.
So the calls only go back until May 19th.
Yeah, so go into your settings and then scroll down or whatever, and you'll see where it says your data, right? Go in there, click it, download your data, click on everything that you were able to download, and then everything in your Snapchat that is in there, you'll see it. It'll pop up.
Okay,
in
hold
a
on.
zip file. That's probably going to be the best way to do it, honestly.
We're just looking for any history with Gabby. She said she was willing to share it, but she deleted it. And her main method of communication with Gabby was through Snapchat, both phone calls. FF5 was phone calls and messages. Someone told Gabby that she was showing. Interesting.
Because I think that's why she's so nervous.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. Do you guys know? Okay, whoever lives in Florida, do you guys know what's coming in?
Mel dropped. But that was a good idea. Whoever said, could she maybe go live from her laptop and then she could show her phone? Gabby must be too nervous to color.
I don't know. She's like going everywhere. Yeah, that's a good question.
I can go out in public if I'm with Aaron, but I will not go out in public by myself. So like that's the thing. Like I can do it. I can go out, but I will not do it by myself.
Whatever. The comments are on.
Mel dropped. I'm waiting to see if she's coming back.
Yeah, I'll give her a couple more minutes. Otherwise, this is a lot.
All right, I invited her back. I don't know if she's...
Yeah, it doesn't take very long when you download it, like 10 minutes, I think. I don't know. I guess it depends on how long of a Snapchat history you have.
Mm-hmm. I'll ask her that about the nursing. I'm guessing... My opinion is, and I don't know if, Mel is scared of something or not, but my opinion is that Gabby shares her narrative only with her mods. She's not telling them any truths at all. That's my opinion.
This seems attention grabbing.
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna drop then.
Because that's not until September.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
What is? ISIS.
Someone in the Lehigh Acres page posted saying ISIS is in Fort Myers.
It maybe the Disney on Ice is.
Oh God, I think he loved it. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to.
Mel said she did not. I asked her if there's any group communications or
Either one of
with
those
other
two,
mods, and she said no.
Tickets are. So I gotta start saving up. My kids love.
Wow, Sandy, that's.
Too. I know.
I mean, that's the real deal,
love-
not this fake shit
does
that
love
Gabby's
Paw Patrol.
pretending every other day. I think she's trying to download her data.
I'm gonna think about that one. I'll ask my mom.
That's not her forte. It's not her expertise.
That's not her forte.
What do you mean it's big bucks?
Just nice. Moving forward, I will lose less, but when I look to be a plan.
Sorry, guys, my internet went out.
Oh, that's okay.
It's starting to like thunder here.
Did you did you hear what Melissa said about the data download?
Yeah, I tried to do it, but then my internet went out.
I think it will all be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, the hydroxy's working. Woo! I'm tired.
Mel did say that there were several of the unaliving threats. And then she was back on live, you know,
They did a
next day.
bedtime for you then. Yeah.
So after Feisty's...
I am not a really bad liar. Thank you very much. It's me, Jessica.
What's that? I didn't miss...
They're saying I'm a really bad liar, but yes, my internet went out.
So, to clarify, there was a Snapchat call.
Yes.
I don't know if it was after. I mean, I don't know if it was a week, but it was after you were in Feisty's box.
Yes, I admit that. And I was telling her to get off live. And that was the final time I messaged her. And then I blocked her.
You were telling her to call you. And that was your message to her?
I told her to call me. No.
Okay, and just for clarification, you called from work, right? Because people were asking.
Yes, I called from work.
Okay. But she already said Gabby did not ask her to send text. I'm gonna end it here. I think that my advice to you, and maybe connect with Melissa Sue or something, to try to recover what you can from the Snapchat.
Okay.
And a lot of people were asking, like, are you scared at all of what Gabby or Aaron? Are you scared about either one of them, other than revealing personal information?
Well, they don't know my new address, for one, so I'm not concerned about that. I don't really want her to tell, because that is really personal.
About Gabby nursing Cam and him.
I truthfully don't know about that. And if that has happened, I don't condone that, and that's really freaking disgusting.
Other than Gabby going to the detective with, like, do you know anything about her end of the investigation? Like, did they blow her off?
He just told me that I need to wait it out and that you guys are going to get what's coming to you.
Okay. Okay. Any clue if Aaron lost his job or is in trouble at work?
No, I don't know any of that stuff. She never talked to me about it. Honestly and truthfully, guys, I just was there because Gabby will be in jail. Well, if she does, good, put her where she belongs. Because you guys pointed out a lot of things recently that I think she's in the wrong. Big time. And it's disgusting.
Do you know who bought the necklace after the miscarriage?
Nope. Probably Gabby. She said it was another follower, but it wasn't me.
Okay. Before you jump out, I just want to see if Tina is in here and she'd like to come up while you're here with us.
If you are, get in the box, girl.
Opinion on Karen. So when Karen, were you Gabby's mom when the period that Karen turned on her?
Yes.
Okay, so what's your opinion on that?
Honestly and truthfully, I think it was a skit.
You don't believe the stuff that Karen said?
No.
That Gabby's misusing her
I think that I honestly think that that's true. And yes, Tina is walking away from Gabby as well. Me and Tina have been talking, and honestly, we okay. So when I started walking away from Gabby, I vented to Tina, and I told her like I don't like what is happening with Gabby, and that it's not right what she's doing, and I can see in Gabby's eyes how annoying she is with Cameron. Like, she is extremely annoyed with that little boy. Extremely annoyed. And it's like, if you're going to have a child, then you need to have patience with that child. You can't not have patience. You have to be there to teach that child. You have to be there to help that child grow, not to be there for the money. And that's what I think she's there for. And that's sick. No, Gabby. Okay, so Sour Skittles? No, because I don't talk to Gabby.
Did you and Karen get along, or did you have any direct communication with Karen?
When I was talking to Karen was the only time she was around Gabby, and she did add me to Snapchat, but we only talked twice. And when I blocked Aaron and Gabby, I blocked Karen. Tina, get in the box, girl. Like, because, like, honestly,
You're still in here or not?
well, you know what? Honestly, maybe she didn't tell me everything, but and there was lots of times that Aaron and her didn't get along, and there was lots of times that I heard him say for her to get off of TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't like a lot of times that me and her talked.
Really?
Yeah.
Just meaning that what you were talking about, or just the fact that she was talking to you?
So sometimes it was because we were talking too much or what we were talking about.
I don't know how she has time, because the amount of time that she spends on live, plus the amount of times that the time she spends stalking other people, because she does, well, I shouldn't say stalking, looking at TikTok, looking at Reddit, looking at everything. She's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of time talking to her mods, like, how do you do this? How's there enough time in a day to do that?
I don't know, because she, I don't know. I find that she has more time for TikTok than anything. Like, if I was on TikTok 24/7, I wouldn't have time to clean my house, take care of my dogs, take care of my cats, take care of my mom, take care of anything, or even work.
Were all your conversations about TikTok drama, or did you have normal, like, friendship?
More about, I would try to tell her about my, like, I would try to tell her about my problems or about a conversation, and it would end up being about her. It was always ending up to be about her.
we want a mic drop.
Hi, Karen. Hi, Karen. How are you?
We want a mic drop moment now. What's the juiciest secret you can tell us?
I don't know. Let's see. I'm just thinking.
Karen's welcome to have a box, but this is just in a diplomatic adult conversation.
I don't know. I don't really have much dirt other than everything you know. I don't know. She never shared any of that stuff. Oh, I called her once and she answered on the video and she had just finished having sex with Aaron. Yeah.
She thinks that's a flex for real.
It's not a flex because me and my fiance were having intimate encounters and someone called, I wouldn't even answer the phone.
Yeah. That doesn't. Right. We've made it this far. We're not going to get a banana. We made it this far.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would ever answer a phone call or even a Snapchat video.
All right. Who has a unique question that you just want to pop in the box, ask your question, and get out? And not something that we've already talked about.
I'm not leaving because now I know you guys are not bullies, but there is some people in here that are saying some negativity stuff.
I mean, for the most part, honestly, and I have to say, there is a possibility. I mean, I don't know that I 100% believe that. I also intellectually believe that Gabby tells other people, including her mods, with maybe the so they can advocate for that. She's not sharing her secrets with anyone. But I mean, you got to have something to report. We're just talking.
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. I'm so sorry. I've never joined a box before, so
Okay.
I apologize if I don't have the best sound quality. I don't really have a question, but I did just want to make a quick statement, and I'm just coming out of a place of compassion and empathy. I understand how hard this can be for you, Mel, and all other current or previous mods of hers. But I also just wanted to throw out that doing what's right isn't always easy, but it's always right. So I know firsthand how hard it can be to leave a toxic relationship, whether it be from a narcissist or just a friend in general. There comes a really deep and really difficult mourning period with that. But I do hope you all know that we stand beside you, and our main goal is to help that little boy. At the end of the day, you owe it more to yourself than to her, and you should be more concerned about not doing what's best for yourself. And what I mean by that is your morals, your literal psyche. If you can't go to bed feeling good in turn of knowing that you're doing your best for a little boy who has no voice, then he's the one we're fighting for. That's
I
all.
know.
That's all I'm just trying to say is, I get it's difficult, and I get that maybe you're scared of repercussions that may follow. But at the end of the day, it's an incredibly brave and courageous thing to do, to come out and tell the complete and whole truth.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to state that, and thank you everybody for the coins. That's not what I'm up here for. I don't even know how to turn that off. So, but I hope that everybody has a wonderful day, and I'm always here if anybody needs to talk.
Thank you for the words of wisdom, Jess. That was very eloquently spoken. I appreciate it.
And thank you for letting me have a moment to get up in your box. I really felt like I needed to say that. So thank you.
Words, and I'm sure Mel does too. You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. I greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely. You guys have a good night.
You too.
Yes, thanks. You too.
If Big Bird,
Who Big Bird is?
I would be so thankful.
Who?
I don't know who Big Bird is, but I would just like to have Big Bird in the box.
They won't get in the box because then it gives them their identity away.
Yeah.
But if the people are in here that I blocked and I muted in their lives, I apologize.
Wendy, did you request? Because there's a lot of accidental requests.
Is there a Tina in there?
I haven't. No, I don't see Tina. Oops, wait. There's Wendy.
Hey, sweetheart, can you hear me?
Yep.
Mel, sweetheart, I just want to say, I want to piggyback off of what Jess said. I can't imagine being in your shoes and being a mod for her. Just plainly by the way G acts on live, I can't imagine what's happened behind the scenes with you guys. Just with the narcissistic control side of it. Just know, you for yourself, I think you need to pull away from that and get healthy.
I agree, and that's what I'm hopefully trying to do, and hopefully they don't try to contact me, or her bullies on her side don't contact me.
Well, sweetheart, if they do, keep record, and if you have to press charges on somebody, press charges, sweetie.
I will.
It's not worth it, babe. It's not worth it, sweetie, at all. And I really wish Tina and whoever else is in here listening, if you are a mod and you've been through that, step up and speak. We're not against you guys. Just like Jess said, our main concern is for Cam. Watching that little boy day in and day out, and the things that's being done to him is not right. It's not right, Mel.
I know.
Wendy, thank you for the kind words.
You're welcome.
Appreciated.
Yeah, I want the best for everybody, and just being in a toxic environment, feeling the stress of somebody pushing, peer pressure, whatever. And Mel, you even stated that you have PTSD.
Yes.
Honey, that's going to make that go 10 times worse.
Do you know anything about Sonic? And is this the original Sonic, or is this Sonic 2? No.
I don't know, but like I said to my mom, I have a funny feeling that it's not the original Sonic. He just doesn't look like the original.
Okay. Petri Dish.
Hi there. Hi Mel. I just have a quick question. I'm kind of like in the background of all of this. I don't stream or anything like that. But I found Gabby because just on my FYP, it was around the time of the hurricane when she did her high kick into a split, aka clam slam, hurt her tendon. At first I kind of was like, oh my gosh, this poor girl is going through this hurricane. This is awful. And then she popped up as the algorithm would have it. And I started seeing all of these videos and I thought, oh my God, this is just a train wreck. What is happening with this woman? So all that to say, along the way, you kind of get bits and pieces and you see things and you get deeper into the rabbit hole. What I would like to know is, does that not pop up on your FYP? You mentioned before that, you never really saw that she took Find Out to court before. You didn't see the things that we were seeing. And I'm just curious, I find it something that it's almost unavoidable when you're as close to the situation as you were. So just curious, like, were you not seeing those videos, the snarky videos that people make? And if so, if you did come across those, what was your reaction? Like, what was your feeling on that? Were you still able to support despite seeing all of that?
So my first was I was on it and I was looking at diamond art. So I'm a diamond art person. Like, I do diamond art. Even before I met Gabby, because I use it for my PTSD and my anxiety. So I was looking at people doing diamond art and all that stuff. So I came across her doing diamond art, and that's how I found her. And after that, I saw like, oh, she's saying she's being bullied and all these people. So it was Waffles, Brownie, and Find Out was doing the stalking or harassment and all this stuff and sending things to her house and sending people to her house and stuff like that. And then I started seeing the videos, but she was telling me that, but the only videos that I saw was the Brownie and Waffles and all these videos and them doing the lives on her. And I thought that they were bullying her. But then I started seeing more of like Feisty and Villain and them doing the videos. And I started, okay, these people, there's more people doing it. And why are more people making awareness and saying that they're worried about Cameron? And then I put all this stuff together and I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should start watching and start like investigating this more. Like, there has to be something that I should maybe look into. And then I looked into it and now I'm seeing what you guys are seeing.
Yeah, no, I just find that super interesting because, you know, considering she has an IQ far below room temperature, she seems to be oddly a really good manipulator, and that takes some intelligence in my book. I don't know. I just find it really interesting. I was watching her. I was watching you, Fearless 7-Eleven at work today, and it was a slow day. And I took my earbud out, and I let people watch for a minute. My coworkers were absolutely floored that I was watching this and could not believe their eyes. And that was just like a tiny little tidbit. So I just always was curious, like how mods are not privy to that, and if they are, how they turn their head, how they look away. But thank you so much for answering. That was a burning question.
It is an excellent question because, and I do think, you know, large scale, you look at all the videos and, you know, things are added for humor, but you really do have to hone in on, because you almost become desensitive to it with Gabby, like these extreme meltdowns and, you know, huge issues, and the next day she's fine. Like that pattern, you become desensitized to what is normal and what's not normal. But I've always said, and I don't believe that any mods can speak the truth to her, but somebody needs to tell her. Listening to the court hearing, she literally thinks that people should go to jail for not being fair or for being mean. Like, she literally doesn't understand what evidence is. She intellectually does not understand that, and she needs a trusted individual to tell her those things. Not that she would listen, though. And sometimes when people don't have a high Q or the intellectual ability or the analytical ability to understand, it is just a waste of breath. But
Right. Yeah. I mean, if I had 3 wishes in the world, one of them at this point, I'm so entrenched in this, would be 5 minutes in a room with Gabby where she was not allowed to speak. It truly would. I just hope so badly that somehow, some way, something is able to get through to her, because obviously the root cause or the root of all of this angst amongst everybody is a boy that needs help. So it's fun to, you know, talk about it and laugh about it. And some of the stuff is just downright ludicrous, but the major part of it is a boy that is clearly suffering.
right. And she thinks, and if she's in here, I'll express this, but I think, you know, when people are looking, of course, reality TV, we're all become, you know, entertained by the drama. But for people to have meaningful connections with creators and people they admire, celebrities, TikTok creators, whatever the case may, any public figures, politicians, whatever, you are looking for genuine personalities and authenticity. And I think Gabby comes across as the most arrogant person that pats herself on the back for being a great mom, when in reality, she would have support and followers if she humbled herself and admitted that every day that there's some failures at a mom. She can't look at herself the way that we're looking at her, in her body language and her impatience and the way that she looks at him and talks to him and doesn't want to be bothered by him. And it's not just occasional, it is a majority of the time.
Yeah.
Like, but she is so arrogant and narcissistic. She will, and all she will ever admit to is, I'm not a perfect person. I'm not a perfect mom. I've made mistakes. What are the mistakes, Gabby? What are the mistakes? You don't admit to anything other than those 3 blank, broad admissions, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, I think she's incapable of two-step thinking, and it's just this blanket idea of it's not even an idea. It is a way to excuse behaviors and nothing more than that. In the same light as when she mispronounces words and she just rolls her eyes and says, or whatever you call it, or I just can't say that word, or there's no effort behind the mistakes. There's no effort of correction.
Right.
Therefore, you're useless. I mean, it's useless.
And I think the one thing that sticks out in my mind was her taking Aaron's phone and transferring money from his PayPal. And he caught her, and it was there in black and white. And she refused to admit that no matter what. My phone was hacked. I'll pay it back. Like, she will never admit. Okay, Waffles, go ahead. I'm sorry. You've been waiting.
Yeah, I'm good. So thank you so much for giving me so much time. Thank you for answering my question, Mel. Thanks.
No problem.
Waffles.
Oh, yeah. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hey, Waffles.
I just wanted to come up here and just wish everyone a good night. I hope everyone sleeps tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Just wanted to come up here and say good night to everybody.
Well, that's very kind of you.
And no, I didn't pay Gabby to be her mod.
But you paid. So tell us, how did Gabby approach you with needing money to have waffles served?
She told me she did not have enough money to pay for the papers for waffles. To have waffles papers filed.
And you sent her 50 for that?
Yeah, well, Canadian, because it's the difference, whatever.
Okay. That's right, exchange rate.
I just want to say it was $100 to serve me.
Okay.
Well, again, Waffles, I apologize. I'm very sorry.
No, I just wanted to clear that up. It was $100. It wasn't 50.
On you, or
I got the paperwork and it says that. So
Okay.
Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
Oh, I ain't trying to be I'm not trying to be nasty or anything like that. I'm just like,
It's a fact.
no, I was just like trying to like put the facts out there. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it happened. So fuck me,
Any other questions?
All I did at the end of the day was make stupid videos. I made stupid videos. I came on live. I spoke my opinion and my truth behind it all. And honestly, I didn't even speak about the rugs or anything like that when it came to her. I spoke on true things that I saw with my own eyes. And as a kid that has gone through trauma and stuff like that, I just spoke from that. I know what mental illness is also. I know what it looks like. And I have said, I wish she gets help. Because honestly, at the end of the day, she would benefit from parenting classes. She would benefit from seeking and taking care of her own self. Let's start with just getting some basic hygiene going. You know how better you would feel getting a shower every morning, putting on some clean clothes, just saying. Like, be presentable for your own son. With that being said, like, that's teaching him routines. You don't have routines with him. And for the longest time, what I will never wrap around my brain is the fact that she said during the height of all this with Brownie, with Find Out, with me, we were bullying her son. We were hurting her son. Her son at the time was 4 years old. I don't know how he was on the internet doing anything that involved the three of us. And I've asked that question so many times. I've tried to get in that box with her to ask that legit question. And she will not, ever. I will never get a fucking answer for that one. Sorry for swearing.
No, that it is true. This idea that she has that being mean is a crime. I mean, if you can even call it mean, being critical. If you come on there, it is not normal to sleep in your clothes, not shower, not wash your hands day after day, and come out in public. You have no, the way that she says, yeah, I'm doing this, but you have no right to comment on it. Can you imagine any public figure saying that? Like, I can do what I want, but you're not allowed, only good comments. Like, it is delusional. It's absolutely delusional.
I think she is so. Here's my theory, and I could be totally fucking wrong with it. I think at this point, after observing Gabby for about, I don't know, it's been a year and a half now, probably a little longer, if that. My hypothesis on this situation, because it's like a science experiment at this point, watching.
Supposedly there's a mod that wants a box.
Okay.
I think she is so far gone in this cycle of internet and cyberbullying and all that. I mean, I don't think she can break it. It's gone too far at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to say something real quick.
Okay.
Hey, Mel, I'm just glad that you took your life and walked away from her. That's what you deserve. I mean, I give you credit for that. You walked away from her, and I am so happy you did, because she has hurt a lot of people on this app, and she should be off this app completely. I mean, the way she's done, I know I used to watch her when she was back in Illinois. She has not changed whatsoever. She's still the same damn person, and she'll always be that person. And I'm glad that you took your life and walked away from her. And that's all I was going to say.
Okay. Agree with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good night.
You as well.
I did see someone say there were a former mod, and I can't find it now. So if you can make a comment again, I'm happy to give you a box. You certainly can ask a question. Do you want to ask in a box?
Hey, Mel.
Hi.
Hey, I I think the one of the tiny elephants in the room is about, and I'm not like confronting. I'm just honestly asking because I've only followed Gabby for probably more than like 50% of you. So I've been following her for like 3 years. I got blocked maybe like about a year ago, but been watching her through the Fearless accounts. What if you're willing to talk about it? What happened between you and Melissa Sue, or do you not want to talk about it?
I said something about her daughter, which I shouldn't have, and I did apologize to her about it.
Okay. So I think Melissa Sue forgives you, but like hopping in her lives, I think there are a lot of her followers that like, I mean, I don't know how to get past it. And I honestly think you're doing the right thing by speaking to all of us, but I just, I don't know. Like I'm trying to balance a thin line. Like I've also followed Melissa Sue as long as I've followed Gabby. So and again, I don't know what happened between y'all, and we don't need to rehash it. But um, you also and again, I missed a lot of today's live, so I apologize for that. Fearless 15-7. I apologize. So I know y'all addressed a lot of stuff today, but I was in and out cooking. I got 3 little ones as well, but it seems as though you are apologetic for things you've done in the past, and we can potentially move on from it. But what are we gonna do to, like, what I guess my question is not just for you, but for Fearless and all the Nugget and Feisty and everything. Like, what are we gonna do to try to like fix it? Because I also felt for Gabby for a very long time, because I also have a autistic child who's diagnosed as nonverbal, but he was diagnosed at 3 and now he's 13. But what do we do to mend the bridges?
I don't know. You guys don't have to forgive me. You guys don't have to accept me. I'm not asking for that.
I don't think you are, but like, and again, I think today, like the way that you posted your post today, we thought you were gonna like give us something to like go off of, something we didn't already know, something that was gonna be like leaked, like whatever. And the way that you presented it, we thought we were gonna find out something new. But and it's not that we're a gossip group, and I think you realize that now. We're not a hate group. We literally have
There is no hate group. You guys are not a hate group. You guys are an awareness.
I think
no, I wouldn't even say awareness. We're just factually based, right?
Well, I think what you're asking is when she is on live constantly gaslighting people, what's the truth behind, like, what's the truth? You would expect her mods to know the truth. Like I said, I don't know that I believe Mel is sharing everything, but there is a part of me that does believe that Gabby is only sharing what she wants her narrative to be. She's not gonna be honest with pretty much anybody. Maybe Karen.
I don't believe C is autistic, because if he was autistic, have you guys watched a girl that is a mom and she has an autistic son and she uses safe hands with him?
Yes, with Cash.
That is a autistic child.
So, okay, speaking as a mom with an autistic child, we're not going to compare one autistic child to another. So I'm going to give Gabby that grace. However, I think, so here's my opinion. No facts involved. I think she is grasping, and not necessarily that she wants her child to be autistic. She wants to receive benefits. Can we all agree on that?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So,
I also think it's equally an excuse for his poor behavior is why she latches on to autism.
I don't think so. I think that she is a poor parent, and I think Aaron is a poor parent as well, because I have an autistic child. He, at the same age as Cameron, was clinically nonverbal, and he expressed so much frustration about not being able to express what he wanted to say. And again, I'm not comparing child to child, but he would run to the wall and bang his head on the wall because I couldn't understand him. and he would fall to the floor, bang his head on the floor because I couldn't understand him. So I think there is a lack of understanding between maybe a delayed child and a mother who has no interest in seeking alternative therapies regarding speech, occupational, and physical therapy. Is that like a fact that we can all agree on? And it's my opinion, but like she has not put him in speech, occupational, or physical therapy, correct?
Other than school, I'm not aware of anything.
Correct. So my son, I am in Florida, and I am a very big advocate on autism and autistic children because I work at a university who has a exclusive program that services the entire state of Florida. She could receive all of those services for free. Even if it's once a week during the summer, maybe Monday he sees speech, Wednesday occupational, Friday physical therapy. All she has to do is go through the trouble to enroll and get the paperwork done.
I think in general that she does know that she is the cause of probably his behaviors. I think that's why she's avoiding the dentist. Like, she's come to a point where she's not going to be able to avoid things that are recommended for the health and well-being of a child pretty soon.
Correct. And 7, so when my son was Cam's age, I went through the same things. Do you know how many times I took that kid through Walmart who he had a complete freaking meltdown when I wouldn't buy him the Pokemon cards or the plushie that he wanted? Do you know what I did? I carried him out of there after I checked out with my groceries, kicking and screaming. No police bothered me, no security bothered me, nobody thought I was kidnapping him. He was being he was exhibiting behaviors that I wanted to regulate. So I did that. It hurt me, it hurt my heart, but I did it. And now I have a 13-year-old who still does the same thing, but he doesn't act out when I say, I'm sorry, like money has to go to shampoo and like, if you want this for dinner or whatever, like I explain things to him, like as he's a preteen, because he is now. But I just, there's so many. I wish that I honestly wish in my genuine heart, I'm not a hater. I wish that she would let me reach out to her. And I wish she would reach out to me just from my personal experience. And again, each kid is individual. Not saying what worked with my kid is going to work with her kid. But like, there's so many ways past this. I think they're catering to the meltdowns and excusing it as autism when all the therapists that I've had have said you should not do that.
Okay, BB, I'm going to stop you there because I don't want we have a mod, but I appreciate your comments.
Yes, thank you.
Your concerns as well. So thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Can you kick me out?
I sure can. Thank you.
Thank you.
Breaking the headline news. Welcome.
Good evening, 7. I know this is going to sound a bit weird. Some of you might have heard my voice before. I've been on TikTok before on numerous channels. I was Gabby's mod. You guys have probably seen me in her chat room when I was dropping gifts for her. She came on live one day under Gray Hawkman. That was me. I was dropping gifts for her because she was telling me that she needed money for that a lawyer stuff, where you go and you call and you get this attorney and you get the attorney for free. Well, I dropped the information on the Tippy Toe account. You saw that. Yes. That was her attorney's information. I dropped that information. She told me privately, and this is what she told me privately, and she can't dox me because I'm gonna be straight with you. I didn't give her my real information. She don't have my real number. It was a Google phone number. So I erased it and dropped it. I'm done. It's over. She told me that the reason why she gets on this live with you guys is because she basically is bored. She's got nothing to do over there. She's got nowhere to go. Aaron doesn't allow her to have the car. She said that she doesn't hardly have any gas money, so she's going to fake not going anywhere, and she's hyperventilating and this and that, 2/3 about going places. And I said, Gabby, I don't think that's a great idea. I said, do you not know how many people are like trolling you? I said, you know, you going on live and you telling people that it's only going to cause more people to call CPS on you and this, that, and 2/3. Well, she told me she was doing that because she just did not want, you know, anybody to basically like follow her where she's going. She's tired of y'all sending gifts to her house, this, that, and 2/3. Again, I advised her not to do it. I dropped her money. I gave her money. One night she called me up and she told me that, you know, she's having some issues. Her mother gave her, I think, $500 to get her hair done or something for her birthday. And she asked me if I could, she's going to give Aaron, it was like 200 and something dollars. And she was going to give Aaron some money to pay the light bill. And she called me up and asked me if I could give her the money to go get her hair done. And I said that was fine. I didn't have an issue with that. Well, that when she said she was getting some GoFundMe account or whatever, and she's going to ask people for the money for the lawyer, she ended up getting the GoFundMe, created the GoFundMe, and then she dropped the GoFundMe, and then she turned around and got that other GoFundMe by somebody else. I texted her that morning and said, look, I'm done. You're scamming these people. You're asking over $5,000 when the attorney fee is only like $3,000. I said, you know, I'm done. I'm finished. Don't call me. Don't contact me. And I deleted my number. I deleted the Google Voice number because, you know, it was just too much. It was just too much digging. But one night she did call me up and you could hear Aaron in the background, and Aaron was hollering and screaming to the high heavens. I mean, he was just bawling all out, calling her all sorts of names. She told me to hold on a minute, and she put the phone like on mute. When she came back from the phone, he's still bitching and up and down all over the world. And I asked her, I said, is he abusing you? You know, I said, you know, are you being physically abused by him? And she said, no, I'm not being abused. I said, well, are you being verbally abused by him? And she said, at times. She said, that's the reason, you know, that she's got a lot of mental problems is because of Aaron. And so the whole gist of everything I'm saying is that she's basically on this thing because she's got nothing to do. She's burnt out from Cameron. Cameron does not have autism. I want to let y'all know that now. Cameron has ADHD. I got a text message. I can go back and regenerate my account. Cameron has ADHD. He does not have autism. She's doing all this autism mess to forget y'all to, you know, feel sorry for her, whatever.
Wait, hang on. Did
Yes,
you
ma'am.
start by saying that you were her mod?
Yes, ma'am, I was. I was Gray Hawkman.
But I don't recall Gray Hawkman being a mod.
I was a mod those several nights when she had the live going, and I was blocking people. I was also the one that she sent the information to that account. Remember, she had that account that all of a sudden you guys kept getting blocked like crazy, like everybody was getting blocked on this new account that she had, and people were streaming her on YouTube and all that. I was behind that one. I was behind all that blocking. Probably maybe a month and a half ago. I have not seen Gabby since then because like that Mel said, I felt sorry for her. You know, I felt sorry that she was being trolled. I thought, you know, this girl was, you know, being bullied and stuff, and y'all were coming after her like left and right, and I didn't get the full scoop of it. So I just messaged her similar to that Mel and said, look, I'm so sorry what you're going through. And then she called me. She instantly called me. And it's like, ma'am?
How called you how?
I gave her my Google Voice number. Yes, ma'am.
Do you still have that account, Gray Hawkman?
No, ma'am. That account's been deleted.
I was going to ask you to come back in. Do you have anything to show? I mean, you're very credible sounding, but do you have anything somebody can look at?
Other than the fact of, you know, when I dropped her that money, she got on live that night. She dropped that money, and everything she kept saying to y'all on that live when she was outside at that fire thing. I was the one texting her, telling her all this stuff. I'm the one that created that Tippy Toe account that dropped that attorney's name. I've got that text message that can prove that.
Okay.
I can post it. I can post it on this account. I mean, I've got no reason to lie. She asked me for the money. She said she needed for that attorney thing. I told her I'd pay it, and the attorney was like $2,900 something dollars. But when she tried to create that account to do a 5,000, I dropped out because I'm like, hey, I was going to give her the $2,900. I was straight out going to give it to her because I felt sorry for her. But when she did all that other stuff, I just was like, forget it. I'm done.
Did you send it via Cash App?
No, ma'am. The only way I sent her money was going to be, I got her driver's license. She texted me her driver's license because I was going to send it to her by Western Union. I was going to give her the $2,900 at the Cape Coral Western Union in Walmart. Western Union in Walmart. I got that text message. How much is the light bill? Because Aaron's the one that pays the bills around there. And Aaron texted me and it was like $240 something dollars. And then my husband said, forget it. You know, that's just, you're digging into personal business. And then that's when she said, well, if my mom gave me $500 and if I give him the money for the light bill, will you pay my hair appointment? I said, yeah, sure. I got that. I can go back into that old account. I got that text messages where she set that appointment up. I know that Al Perminos or Al Perezzi or something. Al is the detective. She gave me that detective's number. She said that I never spoke to the detective at all, but she told me to call the detective and tell the detective everything I know. She had an appointment last Tuesday with the detective. She texted me that message, and
She
she
told
said,
me a lot too that she had appointments with him.
yeah.
And she even sent me screen caps that this detective was texting her.
Yeah, we've seen them. That's what you shared with Feisty. Do you have anything, Greyhawk Man, that you can green screen right now? Anything at all you can show the people?
No, I can post it on this account. I can on this. This is like one of my 15 other accounts besides the other ones I've got. But I can make a video and show you what I got as far as text messages. But I got to go back into Google because I deleted that account. So I got to go back into it and enter the information again, and then go back to the texting on Google Voice. I can show it on this account where she texts me. I've got everything. I got no reason to be lying. But this girl does not have a son that has autism. This little boy has ADHD, and I got a text message to prove that too.
What message from Gabby?
Yes, ma'am, from Gabby. This little boy has ADHD. He does not have autism.
What did she say?
I asked her. I said, does your son have autism? Because I have a granddaughter who has special needs, and she said, no, my son has ADHD. I said, well, then why did you tell everybody to have autism? She said, because I don't want everybody to know what he really has. I got the text message. I got no reason to be lying.
I know. I hear you, but it's almost unbelievable. How much money did you give her total?
When she got on that live that one day, I gave her $70. If you go back to her green screen stuff that she had from prior, like on the Tick Leap or whatever, you could see I gave her the $70. And any gifts that she did that night when she was battling and stuff like that under Gray Hawkman. Matter of fact, I even came in on your live under the Tippy Toe account and even told you to go over there and look at that Tippy Toe. And you came back and you said you were a little bit skeptical about it because you weren't exactly sure if that was Aaron. Gray Hawkman and Tippy Toe were never Aaron. It's been me the whole time.
I had a question for Melly, but she dropped. But since you're up here, do you know who any of like the Oxy Kitten or the Big Bird or who any of them are?
When Gabby gave me her phone number to log into that account that you guys were streaming her from those nights, it's like this separate account. I don't remember exactly the name of it, but she told me that Oxy Kitten is like somebody special to her, and don't delete her, don't block her, nothing, because she'll go off on her. But other than that, I don't know nobody else. She never spoke about nothing with any of our moderators, about nothing other than don't delete Oxy Kitten. And I'm the one that blocked all y'all because she was telling me send screenshots. Say if they're a troll, send screenshots. So I was screenshotting her everything, and she was getting on live with y'all, and she was exposing all the stuff I was texting her. I was the one blocking every single one of you that were coming into that fake account, trying to add her on the thing, because she didn't want none of y'all in there because you were screaming her on mouse potato.
Yeah, you should be able to reactivate Gray Hawkman if it's been 30 days.
I'll try to do that. I can definitely try to do that.
Yeah, so it is almost unbelievable that a stranger, you feel that much compassion for a stranger. Like you thought, genuinely thought she was being bullied?
Yes, ma'am, I did. I honestly did, because I kept watching her for like several nights, and I'm like, why is everybody attacking this girl for you? Like, I didn't know any of y'all's accounts until she created that second GoFundMe, and I was like, screw this, I'm just done with you because you're scamming. You know, when you start lying, I feel like I got to cut you off because I don't do lies. So when I cut her off, that's when I went and started snooping, and I'm like, why is everybody creating all these pages? Why is everybody calling CPS? And then I figured it out. This girl is like, you know, really doing some mean, fictitious stuff to this little kid, and you're trying to blame it on y'all, like y'all are bad people.
Do you know anything about the lawnmowers, the miscarriage, any of these other hot?
Or Telegram. A lot of people are asking if you know about Telegram.
The Telegram account, no, I don't know anything about Telegram. And miscarriages, I don't know anything about that. And anything about a lawnmower, I don't know nothing about lawnmowers. Other than she did tell me that the neighbor, they got it confused when it was all said and done with, and the neighbor, it was like one of the neighbor's people that was supposed to come over. That's all I know.
What account did she give you the login information to log into?
She texted me Aaron's phone number, and then I entered it into the thing, and then it sends back Aaron a code, and then she gave me the code over the phone, and then I entered it in, and that's how I got in that account.
Of a TikTok account.
Of that TikTok, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, I think I need you to go off and green screen or screenshot something and come back, because you have dropped the mic here, but it's almost unbelievable. And if you're willing to show anything, I think really we need to see something.
I can do that. That's not a problem. I got no reason to be lying or hiding anything, and I could drop it on this account. That's not a problem.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Can you drop me, because I don't know how?
I can.
Interesting.
I don't even...
I think Oxy's spread now. I really do.
And you think
Oxy's spread love?
Is Oxy used spreads love sign is always the emojis. Like, that's how you...
Yeah, but if she's trying to be cognito,
well, true,
and try to play, you know,
Oxy is there all the time. Somebody that has time to devote. But Mel showed us, I mean, the only thing I really learned from Mel is that Patriot Nana was communicating on behalf of Gabby as of last night.
All right, well, I wanted to ask Melly a question, but she got down, so okay. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you. Now what do we do? Jesus, Mary and Joseph. We look at my kitten. Oh, hello. You're back.
So I just got a message in that other inbox, and I'm gonna show it. Let's find the screen again. Hold on.
I don't know what we need.
Background. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Screen, here we go. There we go. So this is supposedly from receive this now.
Okay, so Jessica Nicole was giving you a hard time in the chat.
Yeah.
So, do you know?
I don't know who this person is. And when I asked Gabby, I said, do you know Jessica Nicole? And she told me no.
But did you tell her family to fuck off? Like anybody?
I told this person that was inboxing me when Gabby was having meltdowns on camera and stuff that I need to back away from her. And when I confronted Gabby and said, do you know a Jessica Nicole? Because they're saying that you're family. She goes, no, just ignore them. So I told them to fuck off. Because I thought they were just someone that was a nobody.
Okay. Is Jessica Nicole in here?
If a Jessica Nicole's in here, please come and explain yourself. Because I would like to know.
All right, we can do this peacefully.
I'm confused too. No, I'm not. Still talking to Gabby.
I'm looking for Jessica. I have seen Jessica Nicole has been in here.
No, I didn't text Gabby today. I just found that today, tonight in my inbox.
That's your TikTok inbox.
Yes.
I know you can't see that, but I can't do anything because it's a white background.
That's okay.
All right, Mel, I'm gonna play the bad guy.
Okay.
I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt, dude. These people want to see receipts on Gabarilla. They do not want to hear you get in this box after being the pod boss of Gabby's cult and cry about a couple of text messages, okay? You can't get on here and show freaking green screens of messages you just got today, but you can't produce what you and Gabby are talking about. They're gonna talk all kinds of shit about you, bro. I tried to tell you, and I'm gonna jump out the box, but that just kind of hit me a certain type of way. Please do not expect nobody to go running for you and
It's
call
okay.
this woman out. You know what I'm saying? Because this is too much, y'all. I'm going to bed. I'm sorry, Seven. I can't. I can't.
Okay, it's all right. If I can get what Melissa says, I will do and show. It's okay.
Okay, Jessica Nicole, you're going to come up and talk to us. I don't know how to invite. Oh, well, hang on. Ooh, this is. Okay, so Jessica Nicole, you're Aaron's family? Hello? Jessica Nicole. Jessica Nicole. Something about headline news. That's a good question. I forget the account name already.
Breaking news, I think it was.
Breaking headline news. Jessica, you think Jessica's Gabby? I was watching Jessica Nicole give a lot of people shit in the.
Well, before all this happened, I was getting messages on my other account saying that they were Gabby's family and that I needed to leave her alone and that I should back away from her and not support her and all this stuff.
When did you ask Gabby who Jessica Nicole, like if she knew her.
It was just after Christmas.
Interesting. Breaking the headline news was the account. Yeah, Gabby doesn't. Yeah, Gabby's family has never. But that's interesting.
I had one account, and after Spread Love talked to me, my account. I'm not lying for Gabby, guys. Like, you guys, I wish you guys knew me. I wish you guys knew me. Like, know that I'm telling you guys the truth right now. No, I did not know her mom. She did not even tell me anything personal about her bio mom.
Anybody have any other questions for Mel?
If so, I'll just go.
Hang on. A couple more. I just think there's a lot of accidental box requests.
Hey, Pink, thank you so much for bringing me up real fast. Did it just in the chat real quick whenever Jessica Nicole came up?
It sounded like cartoons.
I swear I heard C, and it really stressed me out real quick. Okay, that I wanted to know that, but also Mel.
Yes.
I heard a kid and it sounded just like C. It kind of stressed me out. Mel, when did you ask Gabby when they knew Jessica Nicole? If you just got that message today?
I didn't ask her today. I asked her back, like, right after Christmas because this person was messaging me. I haven't talked to Gabby since I blocked her. Beef is straw wounds. Sorry, my cat is obsessed with straws.
But you got the message today?
Yes, just like a little while ago when I was live with you guys.
Okay, but why would you ask back then?
Because they were messaging me telling me to leave Gabby alone.
Back then?
Yes.
Why wasn't it in that
I was
chat?
modding for her and like modding for her and sticking up for her and stuff like that. They messaged me.
Okay, but you would have had a message before that, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, not on this account, my first account. Because when I was talking to Gabby on my first account, and then eventually Spread Love messaged me. And after Spread Love messaged me, my account disappeared. So I'm assuming that it got hacked.
Okay. I understand. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for that answer. I was just very confused, and that's why I wanted to hear it out of your mouth. I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much for being here tonight and answering the questions that you did.
No problem, Sarah.
All right. Thanks so much. Thank you, Pink. I'm going to drop myself.
Hey,
Hi, Mel. I just got like one question. I've been listening off and on, but I heard you say that you thought when Karen and Gabby had that big blow up that it was all a skit, it was all fake, and and everything. Why would we believe that? I'm just asking because, like I said, I haven't listened all night. I've been here and there. Why should we believe you that this is not part of a skit or something else?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I promise you all of you, that this is not a skit because I have no respect for Gabby at all. And I promise you, you won't see me go back to Gabby.
And what made you lose your because you already, like I said, might have answered this. What was your final nail and to like walk completely the fuck away?
Literally the slapping and her grabbing his face.
You mean C?
Yep. Fearless, your cat looks identical to mine.
Oh, Tater. He's stretching.
Yeah, no, honestly, the grabbing of the face and the slapping. Even though she says she didn't slap him, that was a slap.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like Feisty says, I would get your screenshots, whatever you can, and post either some videos or something because, we've been thrown around against the wall here and, thrown in this live. And, we've been through this with how many mods, Patriot Nana and, the whole 9 yards. And a bunch of them all ran back or totally disappeared and never showed anything. And it's like, why should we keep believing some of these mods when they leave? I mean, I do understand that everyone has their breaking point, but it's like,
Gotta get back to my phone charger.
it's like, when is there, you know what I'm trying to say? That is like, we need like hard facts, hard proof, because like many of other ladies said in the box, I don't believe nothing until I see it with my own eyes or
Yeah.
hear it, certain things that come out of people's mouth. That's the way I run my page. I don't run on rumors. I don't run on assumptions, because if you run on assumptions, you look like an ass,
Yeah.
I shut that stuff down real quick. And, it's like, give me the cold hard facts. And if somebody has a question about it, I will say, oh, well, put that on hold and let me go do some research. And I'll go back and watch tons of YouTubes to see what they're talking about, So, that's what I'm trying to, get to you is, right now, a lot of people are running on, is this not true, or is it part of it true, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, most of us all have very kind hearts and big hearts, and we want to believe you because you're, first of all, you're another human. You're a female. You're, the whole 9 yards. We want to believe you, but at the same time, our guard is so up, and it's like, do we go through this again? I mean, we've been through this with some of, the mods that ran from Gabby to Danny. And now they're gone from Danny too. It's like, what the hell? What do we believe
That's
anymore?
another one I don't support either. It's Danny. I see a lot of Gabby in Danny and Danny and Gabby. Like I don't agree with what she did to that little girl. Like I saw that video and that's disgusting.
Do you know anything about their beef? Is it really this bad as they portray online, or do they talk behind the scenes?
I
Or
think they
do
talk.
not?
I have a feeling they talk behind the scenes. I honestly and truthfully think that they talk behind the scenes.
That's tater tot. That's tater tot. An orange kitten.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for answering. Like I said, I would try to get as much receipts as you can, like Feisty says, and I think a lot more of us will tend to lean, even give you more support than you would even realize if we start seeing things, facts with our eyeballs,
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to figure out what Melissa Sue said, and I'm gonna see what I can figure out. I'm not too tech savvy. I don't even know really how to work TikTok, or I just started learning how to do the videos, and I'm not really sure how to do the whole Snapchat thing. I only know how to do the videos and stuff, and Snapchat other people. But I'll try to do this data thing and see what I can do.
Okay. Well, we appreciate it, and just keep strong to your gut feeling. If you have a wrong gut feeling about somebody, 99% of the time, it's right.
That's why I have a gut feeling about this Jessica person, because like they messaged me and I don't know. They just said that I should just leave Gabby alone.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, thank you for answering, and thank you for allowing me up for a minute. I appreciate it.
thanks,
Have a good
Sassy.
night, everyone.
Hey, Melinda.
Hey, Pink. Thanks for letting me up. First of all, directed to you, Pink, Jessica Nicole. Wasn't there a Mr. Nicole that was some relationship to Aaron in one of these fearless accounts back a couple of months ago?
Yeah, somebody explain that. There is a Mr. Nicole, right? And is Jessica?
That's what I'm saying. Is this Jessica
Right.
and he related, or
Okay.
is that a possibility? That's
Nicole is her first name, right? And you just call her husband Mr. Nicole. Do I have that right? Her name's Nicole, and you call him Mr. Nicole.
Okay.
Supposedly Aaron's cousin.
Okay.
People are saying.
Okay. I just wondered because I heard him called Mr. Nicole. Okay, to Mel.
Yeah.
My first question is, since you were so close to Gabby, she speaks and tells everybody that she has a counselor, she has a psychiatrist, and she has a therapist. She never is outside of the home long enough to be going to these people. Do you know whether she has outside appointments with these people, or is she doing this telehealth?
She told me she goes to these people, but I've never talked to her while she was going to these people. She told me that she was going to these people.
So she led you to believe that she was leaving her home for appointments? Is
Correct.
what you, okay.
And when I was talking to her, she was going to do her, what do you call it? What do you call it? Spark.
Yeah, the Walmart job. Well, see,
Yes.
that's just it. You either seen her doing Spark or picking up the child.
Yeah, and she was going to.
Yeah, I
She was
never seen her
going and
say,
picking up him.
I had to go to therapy, or I had to go see my psychiatrist, or I had to go to counseling. She would
I
just,
never once heard her say that she was going to counseling. Like, don't you think that if she was going to counseling, she wouldn't be on TikTok all the time?
that's why I'm asking, because you never seen her going to the appointments. Was she doing telehealth? I just can't imagine
I don't know. I don't know.
the medications that she claims she's taking, and she's really actually being into a office setting with a psychiatrist, a counselor, or a therapist with well, we know she lies, but they're supposed to be smarter than she is. So how she's getting all of this medication that she claims she's getting, it just behooves me.
I don't know. I honestly, maybe she's getting it. But I don't think so with the amount of times that she's on.
Right. Do you think she abuses the A?
Yeah.
Did you say yeah?
I think she is.
Okay, we could agree that she's abusing something.
Yes.
And my third question to you is, apparently you've had some trauma in your past.
Correct.
As well as probably 99% of all of us in here has. Don't ever feel ashamed of it because it wasn't your fault.
I know.
But my question to you is if you know that they are emotionally, psychologically, verbally abusing C, I heard you say that they gave him the stitches, so they're physically abusing him. What else is that child going through in that home?
Well, with us not seeing and the doors closed, God knows what.
I don't have a request from Blueberry, and I'm looking for Blueberry, Shay.
And you said they beat the door down to get to him. How comes there's no holes in the door?
Well, didn't we see that the door frame on the front room, the frame was broken at one time?
Actually, I have to say no because I did not see that.
I'm
But
pretty sure that there was at one time that the frame of the door was broken, and that's when that happened.
and you said he locked himself in the room?
Yes.
Did she keep him home from school for like several days because of that?
Yes.
And he wasn't. I believe Danny shared a picture with someone, and if I'm not mistaken, blueberries in a box.
But I honestly didn't think it was a big deal because he accidentally locked himself in the room. Little kids do that, guys. So I honestly didn't think of anything bad. Do you know what I mean? Like, my nephew locked himself in the room, and we had to be down the door. And the little kid was freaking out, and obviously he doesn't understand to stay away from the door.
Right. I understand where you're coming from at that point, but I have to say I'm probably older than a lot of you all here, and I've seen a lot of things. I've heard a lot of things. You know, I've been through a lot of things, and it just blows my mind of the women and the mothers that sit over there in that live with her, and they see this stuff and they hear these things. I mean, the child is 4 years old telling his mother to shut up and to get away. What's going to happen in another couple of years? I mean, he's going to physically hurt her. Then there's going to be all hell to break loose.
Well, you know what? If a child locks a door constantly, don't you think that you would take the locks off the doors or reverse the locks and put the locks on the other side so that he can't lock the door from the other side?
Well, true. Any doors that I've ever had that get locked, you can usually get them open with either a clothes hanger or a butter knife. So I don't know what kind of locks they have, but you know.
Yeah. It's so funny to me that the few times I've seen somebody make a comment that Cam runs that house, she gets so defensive about that she runs the house. That's where I'm saying, like, we're watching this unfold. There's never been any consequences or any follow through, just a million empty threats.
Yep.
But you know, again, like, I'm not one to criticize other parenting and even poor parenting, but it's the fact that she gets accolades from her chat for being a great mom.
Yeah.
That is what puts me over, and her declaring that she's a great mom.
Yeah, and to sit there and I mean, a friend of mine had told me today. She said, you know, I really think that Gabby has convinced herself that if she has another baby, that it's not going to be like C, and she has convinced herself that he truly is autistic, and she knows no other word. But I personally think if another child comes in, I think she's got Munchausen. If you want,
it's a possibility because
it's
there's
constantly
things that I
something.
see. Yeah, I've looked into I can't pronounce it, but I've looked into that, and I looked into the story of Gypsy Rose and her mom, and I kind of see it now with Gabby. Yes, you're right, Melissa.
The first little sneeze, oh, I got to take him to the doctor.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've asked my questions. Thank you, Pink, for letting me out. I know we're on borrowed time, so y'all have a great evening, and thank you, Mel, for coming in. Just get your evidence and your receipts up, because that's what's going to help your case.
Yep.
We need to see receipts.
Yep.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Blueberry.
Hi.
Hi.
I don't know if this question can actually be answered because it's frustrating, but I feel like it's worth a shot. I felt like I needed to request, like I couldn't bite my tongue and stay in the chat anymore when Melly was asked why we should believe her. She said, I promise. And that's wild because tonight she has shown proof of absolutely nothing and has even told lies tonight and switched up her story from the times when she's been in Gabby's box versus that first night she ended up in Feisty's box to the little parade she's done today. Nothing has added up, and she pulls a twin thing of, I promise. Like, I'm not lying. Gabby says that all the time.
Can you point out the differences of what she said versus
Yeah.
in Feisty's live?
She said that in Gabby's box with the miscarriage, she 10 toes, backed everything Gabby said, got in that box, lectured us. How dare we? She heard everything, is what she said. In Feisty's box, whatever, however many weeks ago that was, she said she couldn't believe that anyone would ever lie about a miscarriage because she has experienced one. And then tonight in your box, she said that when she was questioned about the HCG thing, she said that she didn't really know anything about that stuff to know about the HCG.
But I really don't know, but I did suffer a miscarriage. I've miscarried 4 times.
And like I'm not trying to be insensitive to it. I'm just trying, like, that would be levels that were checked by doctors when you experienced one.
Yes, but I never saw the levels myself.
But I mean,
my
without
chart.
even ever having one, the idea that the HCG, it's a hormone, right? That
Correct.
being 0 means absolutely, there's none detected. Nothing exists there.
So you know what I'm
I
gonna
feel like
do?
that's pretty common
Okay,
sense.
so I'll come with receipts. If I can get these receipts off of my Snapchat, I'll just come with receipts so that all you guys will just freaking believe me that I'm not lying, okay? That's
Okay,
all
well,
I'm gonna
do you see why it can
Yeah.
be in question, and it's fair to
Yeah.
be in question with
Yeah.
the things that you
I'm just
co-signed
gonna
with
get,
her?
but I'm just telling you, I'm just, everything that Gabby has told me, I am telling you guys. I was on the phone with her when she was at the hospital. When she was at home and she told me she was bleeding, I told her to go to the hospital. Then when she got to the hospital, I talked to her in the waiting room. Then she went in, and then she called me, I guess, a little bit after. She saw the doctor. She was crying. She told me she had a miscarriage. Blah, blah, blah. The doctor or the nurse
In
came
Gabby's
in.
live,
Wait,
though, you
wait,
stood
wait,
10 toes and said that
wait,
you heard it for yourself.
wait. You said Mel, which is, I think, probably the one. It's the one thing that you said tonight that I just straight out don't believe you. You said that you heard Gabby say, like, "Did I have a miscarriage?" And the doctor said, "Mm-hmm." Like
So
that
maybe it wasn't a doctor. Maybe it was her doing it. It was fake. I wasn't on video with her. I was on the phone. She was not on video. So how do I know she was not faking it? And it was not even her in the room or a doctor in the room. Maybe it was just her. I don't know. That's the thing. She could have been lying to me. That's the thing. So, there's so many things that she lied to. How do I know that $50 went to the waffles thing? How do I know?
I think that right there, like, you choosing to believe her is just your decision based on your relationship with her. I don't think that it's not shocking to, I think, the majority of us here that Gabby would lie. But that's why it's the inconsistencies that throw up big red flags. Like, you said you came across Gabby in December.
Yes. Just like in the middle of December.
You said you were there when Karen left. Karen left Gabby in November.
Feel like I was watching her, and then I started talking to her in the middle, because then I started like watching her. I came across her and I started watching her, and I saw that you guys were like picking and bullying her or whatever you guys were doing, because that's what I thought you guys were doing. But if you guys all want to see lies and say that I'm lying, I'm gonna go find these things. I'm gonna work on finding these Snapchats that you guys want me to see. I know you guys didn't bully. I know. That's why I'm stepping forward. I'm not talking to Gabby. I'm not. I'm coming out to show that I don't trust Gabby anymore. You guys have opened my eyes.
One other thing I wanted to touch on is you said when you were with Gabby, you were very loud about how she was a good mom. Um, but tonight you said when you were on the phone with her, Cam was always screaming. And that struck a
Good.
nerve because you were witnessing firsthand and hearing that baby cry out for help, and you would still get in her box and say what a great mom she is. And
And didn't a lot of other mods and a lot of other mods left
I'm not
and
saying
right?
you're special to mod. I'm not saying that. A lot of mods have. I'm not saying that you're a special case of that. I'm just pointing it out because that baby going through all of this, just the things we see on live, the people that are behind the scenes and do not advocate for him, they do not leave because of what is done to him. They leave when they are jaded by her. They leave when Gabby does something to them. It's never for Cam. And for me, who's been watching and who does care about that child and has children of her own, that sits very uneasy with me that people leave because of an adult hurt their feelings rather than what they see behind the scenes. And there are, after they leave, it comes out, there were plenty of red flags that they saw that even we don't get to see on live.
That's a
But
very
y'all
good
stay
point.
through that. And that is heartbreaking.
Well, you know what? I'm speaking up now. I've made my call.
You left because
And
of what she did to you, Mel. That's my point.
no, I didn't. What did she do to me?
When you first were in Feisty's box, you flat out said the final straw for you was Gabby faking PTSD, and you truly have it, and that was enough for you. Tonight, you said it was because she
That was
smacked Cam the night that she got the
yes.
bearded.
There was that. There was the PTSD. There was also other things as well.
The main thing that you spoke about
No,
that
it
first
wasn't
night
her
was the
ghosting me.
PTSD.
It wasn't her ghosting me. She thinks it was for her ghosting me. But it's not.
But your words were that it was the PTSD.
Yes, it was the PTSD and it was her smacking him. No child should be smacked like that.
The smacking wasn't that long ago. I thought you had already left by then.
I saw that. I saw all
You
your
had already
videos,
left
guys.
Gabby when she got that bearded
Yes, and
dragon.
I said it's disgusting.
So how was that part of the final straw for you? If you had already left her, that slap
Yes,
wasn't the
that
final
was
straw.
one of
You were
the
already
straw
gone.
because I'm done. I'm done with everything,
Okay.
guys.
All right.
I'm
Mel,
not going to argue with people. I'm not arguing with people.
Thank
I
you,
don't
Seven. I'll drop.
usually people want to argue with me, and I'm not here to argue.
you need to go look into what you can find as far as receipts. You need to do that. You need to do
I'm
that.
not getting
That's
pissy,
what
guys. Hey, I'm not getting pissy. I don't want to fight with people. I'm not here to fight. I'm not here to get angry with people.
you guys with the million. You're tapping your little hearts out. We've been here a long time. Thank you so much. But Mel, you have to understand. You do have to understand that people are looking for something, anything that's saying, I promise.
Yeah,
I
guys,
told
I'm a liar. I'm a full liar. It's
no,
okay.
no, that's not what I said. I said that I can understand that Gabby only shares what she wants the narrative to be. So, a tell-all for you, I I can believe to a certain extent that you really don't have anything to expose. But I think if you want some credibility, even just some if you can find conversations, I don't even care if you black out the shit that you said. If you can show that Gabby was communicating with you, it will it will go a far way in people at least, just believing everything that you said so far.
Yep.
Mama Jess.
Hey, yes, I just wanted to ask a couple questions. Mel, I think you did have true intentions. I just know that both of these twins, they prey on people that are older or they have a disability. I don't like saying disability, maybe abilities. And they are master manipulators, right? So I don't know if you thought that she was your friend, and I know you said you were telling her all of your information and she wasn't really telling you anything, but I think you thought that she was actually your friend when she was just using you. I hate to say it. But that seems like
my mom says the same thing. She was just using me for the information I could get when she's live, and that people are streaming her, what they're saying about her. That's what exactly my mom said too.
Yeah, and then she's going back to you and saying, "Good job, Mel. Thank you for being there. Thank you for sticking up with me." And you're thinking you're a good friend, and you believe these lies she's telling you because she's a master manipulator, and that's what she's good at. But I just wanted to say I do believe you. It's just very hard because so many people have gotten hurt by her. She has hurt every single community, whether it be addiction, whether it be miscarriages. I mean, every single community she has touched. So I don't know how deep you guys were on a friends note. It doesn't seem like it was much. It's basically it looks like you just modded for her and you were trying to tell her your problems because you thought she was your friend, and she never came back with you with anything. So it sounds like she told you as much as she told the internet. I mean, she showed us her discharge, correct? So I mean, I don't even know what else she can show. But yeah, I just wanted to say that, and I'm sorry that you are a victim of it. I'm glad that you saw through it, and I hope that you're not scared of her. That's another thing. I do not want you to be scared of her.
I'm just
At all.
worried that she's gonna tell what
No,
happened.
don't worry. Do not worry. She can threaten all she wants. You should not be scared of somebody like that.
I don't know. It's just whatever. I'm gonna get these receipts. I'll figure it out tonight, and if so, I'll go live tomorrow when I'm at my trailer if I have good service. But I'm just done
I know.
being
I think you
liar.
are worried, and that's what scares me. I don't
I
want
am
you to
worried because
revert
like
back to her.
Right.
These people are not against you. It's just they feel. I think they feel they've been on it on a personal level, right? I've been just watching from the outside. But they've gone. Some of these people have gone to court, and they're just trying to see like an actual receipt. Which I don't know if you have that because I don't know how much she told you because it doesn't seem like a lot. It just seems like she used you as a mod, and you thought she was like one of your best friends that you can go to for anything, and she wasn't there for you. That's what it sounds like.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for letting me in the box. That's all I had to say.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Don't
so
kick me out. I don't know how to.
sure. So
Thank you.
Salty, proof of the ADHD. Where do you want me to? Where is it for me to show? Was something messaged to me? I just messaged Greyhawk Man under breaking the headline news. Said, where you at? Yeah, I can't pin with boxes. But Oh, Gabby is full of empty threats. Jessica Nicole messaged me and said she's definitely not Gabby and she'll message me tomorrow. Okay, sure.
Whatever. But I think I'm gonna go for the night. I'm gonna work on this stuff, I think, and see if I can figure it out.
Okay.
But thanks for having me tonight and letting me talk.
Yeah. Now spend your time de-stressing and looking for your data.
I would, but I don't like talking about my trauma. But yeah, it's kind of embarrassing.
You don't have to show anything that you said or just
No,
show
I'm talking. Someone asked me if I would talk. Have you thought about talking about your trauma?
No,
But honestly, I don't want to talk about it because it's not something that I want to bring up and relive again.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't blame you for that.
But probably Gabby will spill it, so enjoy my story.
It's gonna look negatively upon her, so don't worry about that. All right, thanks, Mel. Thanks for all the time you spent with us.
No problem. Have a good night, guys. Bye.
Now, breaking the headline news I saw come in. That was the mic drop of the night, so please have some more information. Danny's mod is live spilling tea.
I was just going to say, the person that was on the breaking headlines also said that they were behind the Pikachu, and they're in the comments also. That account is.
Oh, I don't remember her saying that. She was
She said, I
behind
did
the.
the Pikachu, and I did the Hawk, whatever.
It was the. It started with a T. Tippy Toes.
It was Tippy Toes, not Pikachu. I'm sorry.
Right. That's okay.
Okay,
At
I'm
this
sorry.
point,
My bad.
That's all right.
no problem.
I did post a video. I posted 2 videos. If you want to go check them out, Fearless. And I tried to get back into that account, but it won't let me. For some reason, it keeps saying something went wrong. We have a problem with this, and I guess it's because it's been over so many days. It's been deleted for the Google Voice number, so I can't get back in that account. But I did go into my email, and my email does show the text messages of some of the messages that her and I went through. But of course, there's a lot of them, so I gotta make a lot of videos, but it's just there's 2 of them to show at least proof thus far that I did have a conversation with her and she did tell me some stuff, but again, I'm going to have to go through 422 of them.
Okay. So if while you posted this, are you doxing a number of hers?
I don't think that's her number I don't think that's her number anymore because she told everybody on a live she changed her number.
This is going to be hard to see, but so did you say you posted 2? I only see 1.
Yes, ma'am. I posted 2 videos.
Okay. I only see 1, but let me play that. We'll zoom in. So it is. No, I don't know if I can. Let me do this. I don't know if folks, you're probably going to have to go look at it yourself. It's going to be okay. All right. So are you going from the most recent? So this is Wednesday, June 4th, 6:15 p.m. It's a voice call that I'm not sure. That's what it says. I was not prepared. Voice call with a message. I think the detective got the subpoena back. So is this Gabby saying that, or is
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's her. That's her.
It's gonna be okay, because honestly, Feisty is fucking mad, and that would have been Wednesday, June 4th.
And the other video says content under review. So I don't know if it's a TikTok thing or not.
That's happened to me. Next time, whoops. So this is phone calls intermingled with her sending a message? Is this how a Google number works? I'm not familiar with.
Yes, ma'am. So if let's say, for example, you have a Google number and then I have a regular cell phone number, I'm going to text you from my regular cell phone to that Google number. And then when you want to trace back to all the calls, it'll be in your email box. So for some reason, I can't get it. I mean, I can share my screen and show you what my old number was and everything and how to reclaim it. But it just says something went wrong. We have a problem with this. Try again. So I can't reclaim that number, but I do have it in this email file. And I mean, I've got like all the attachments and everything, but there's 422 messages of this stuff.
Wow. Listen, you're the first person that brought some receipts. So, and that's her saying she didn't answer because of all the harassing calls.
Correct.
All of you told June 4th.
She did show me an Allen, Florida detective. And I don't know how to do the screen stuff, but I could turn my camera on and flip it around. I can take a screenshot, post it on my page. But it says I got back the Craigslist subpoena, but it just gives me an email address of who created the account, and now I have to wait to send another one from that email account. I have no heard from TikTok yet. They take time to get those back, and I'm hoping by next week I'll have them back. Are you still contacting DCF even after you stop streaming on TikTok? Or are you still going live on there? And then she told the detective, I took a break for a while and not really going on when my son's around. I'm going on TikTok still, but less on it. But if you want me to stop completely, I will buy. And I don't know how to I don't know how to turn my cam on. I've never done this stuff before because it says modify.
You have to do the mirror version anyway, if they're not going to be able to read it, even if you turn your camera on. Where is the message where she said he has ADHD?
That's within the 422 of these that I have to thus go through, and I could screenshot it and send it. It's got date and time on it and everything.
What? Do you have Instagram?
No, ma'am, I don't do Instagram.
I'm trying to think how you can send me screenshots. I can just give you my email if you want to send me emails.
Sure, that's not a problem. You just message me on here, and I'll email it.
Okay, let's do that. I'll put them in some kind of order. I appreciate what you shared so far. Will you leave that posted? Or are you
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
take that?
No, ma'am. Yeah, I can leave it posted. But whenever TikTok releases the other one, which I don't know what their situation is because I've never posted long videos like that. It'll automatically post, I'm assuming, and it'll be the next one.
Okay. I'm gonna Well, I'll message you, but my email is thinkpink8993@gmail.com if anybody wants to send me anything.
Think pink.
Think pink. Here, I'll type it in the chat. I can't pin it, but I'll type it. I don't think I can type the @ sign in here. I think that filters out @ I'll just spell it out. Oh man. So when was the last that you spoke to her? So that was only so you were only a mod for a couple of nights.
Yes, ma'am. And it was only under that Gray Hawkman. Yes, ma'am. That was it. And she only let me do it those 2 nights. That was it. There's a couple of people that came in there that said they were blocked by me or something. And after that, she didn't let me be a mod no more.
Okay. Anybody have any quick questions? Because I think I'm done with this marathon session tonight. You have a question? Okay. Video box. Melissa.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, I have a quick question. That Google number that was just being shown, the 133 number, isn't that one of the numbers that Gabby claims that was sending her threatening text numbers or text messages? Isn't that Gabby's Google number?
That's Gabby's cell phone number.
The 1331?
Yes, ma'am. That's Gabby's cell phone.
Okay, so that is not one of the numbers that showed up that Gabby claims was sending her threatening texts?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Oh, okay. All right. I just wanted to clarify. All right. Thank you. You can drop me.
Okay. Here is her. I know you can, I just realized you can't click on her box. But there, this is where she posted that video. Where was who sent me the ADHD? Where was it sent to?
It was sent to my cell phone, which I've got to go through that Google Voice. There's 422 messages I have to go through.
Okay, hang on a second. They're telling me that was this like a Discord?
Ma'am?
Yeah, hang on one second. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, is 5 still in here? Because I need context here. Oh, I didn't mean to send, I didn't mean to show that. Oh, is that hard to see? All right, hang on. Let's let Darlene. Darlene, did you request? This doesn't have a date on it. The green says they will do a whole evaluation and then you'll know. So happy you went to do this. Just keep on the right track and then maybe CPS will see you're complying in your own way. Doctors can't prescribe ADHD meds until kindergarten anyways, so most diagnoses don't come until elementary school. One step at a time, it will all work out. So that's between a K and G. Okay, so this is Lee County, though. That's where she's at now, right? A referral. Peds psychiatry. Everybody's seen this already, too. I don't want to leave that up too long. Okay, I'm behind in things. Gotcha. Would have been right. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. That's the first I saw that.
So I just had a quick question for, I don't even know what your real name is, and it doesn't matter, but Gabby has been known to have a lot of troll accounts. Obviously, the one that she gave you to use is one of those. Do you know of any other troll accounts of hers that she has made?
No, ma'am. I don't know anything.
Okay.
Do you remember if it was like a negative, like Gabby CPS or whatever the one Aaron, like, I know you said you don't remember the name of an account, but do you by chance remember if it was some negative connotation to Gabby?
Not that I'm aware of. No, ma'am. She didn't really, like that other mod said, like Mel said, she didn't really expose a lot of stuff, to a lot of people. And I had some deep conversations with her, about what's going on in the home. And the closest I could get was when she told me Aaron was, verbally abusive to her, not physically, but verbally. And then she told me the only reason she got on this account was because she's lonely and she's got, Aaron doesn't give her the car. She doesn't have any money and Aaron controls the money, and $230 something was for the light bill. Aaron controlled it. You got to talk to Aaron about it. I mean, she didn't like go real in depth. Mods never talked to each other. We never really connected, like Mel was saying. I mean, Mel's basically telling the truth and some of the little highlights that happened with me. But I mean, other than that, she didn't really go into full detail about a lot of stuff.
Was there any messages or like any videos in the drafts in that account that you could see? Because just like Pink said, like she is very well known to make accounts and then troll herself, change the names. Like we've seen it. So I guess that's why I was asking about that, because there's been many accounts. There's been a couple made on me. There's been one made on another person. I know she's here in the chat, but they're very, they're not very nice. They've doxed our children. So I guess that's just where I was kind of going with this. If you've seen anything to where on that account that they were using that to dox anybody else in this group.
No, ma'am. The people that were in that account were people that were just within this 1,000K that was trying to come in to, add her and then stream her on Mouse Potato. And there was one girl, I don't remember who it was, it said turn the music up. And if you turn the music up, then YouTube would have to mute. No troll accounts, no anything. It was just everybody's just trying to add her so they could stream her. And then she didn't want anybody streaming her. She didn't want, anybody doing anything. And there were some people messaging her, giving her little tidbits and hints, but
Oh, okay. It just connected. It was her new account that she gave you
yes, ma'am.
access okay. That just connected to me.
All right, that makes sense. Thanks, Pink.
She did say that before. She did say
Yeah,
that
I was
she was
just
asking her. She gave her parameters on, who to keep and who to block. It just didn't connect in my brain.
That works. I was just wondering because my brain was just wrapping around all these fake accounts that she's made in the past, and I just thought it was one that was possibly being recycled, and there would have been, proof in the messages, stuff like that. So that's where my brain was at tonight. So that is all. Thank you all. Have a good night.
Thanks. You got a fan club, Shay. Does Shay know?
It's because I never do this. Only on favorited. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. The reason why Meg, aka Late Night Circus, sent you the ADHD stuff, that is back from this fall when Gabby was still pushing and still is pushing the autism narrative. She
Okay.
knew then that he was not autistic, and she admits it in those texts that she thinks he's ADHD and to have more testing done. Meg was best friends with Karen. Meg is who found Gabby the diagnostic center, the pediatrician, all that stuff. Not everyone has seen that paperwork. I know a lot of the people in the chat were saying it's old news, it's old news. It connects back with what this person in the box is saying with Gabby recently admitting he's not autistic.
Gotcha. You're connecting. Um, were there also messages between Gabby and somebody in Illinois as well, thinking that he or saying that she didn't think he was really autistic?
I don't know anything about Illinois.
Okay.
She's known that he's not autistic. She pushes it for her narrative of people feeling sorry for her. And she gets SSI because he is speech delayed and he was not physically delayed, but he had some delays due to her, yes, developmentally delays. That's why he gets SSI. It's not because of autism. She didn't forge paperwork to get an autism diagnosis for SSI. People have seen that paperwork.
But she does let people believe that she is getting SSI for his autism.
Yes, she makes it believable that that is why. And all these paperwork she shows, she has pushed and pushed and pushed for doctors to get him tested, but she never goes
Yeah,
and shows a referral to be tested.
Yeah. I see that just purely for her narrative, and I you can't convince me that she doesn't blame his behaviors on autism. I mean, she does. She blatantly does.
But that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to clear that up because
everybody's saying Shay's in a box. Shay's in a box. Shay doesn't get in boxes.
I don't ever get in boxes, but
okay. But thank you.
I just had to clear that up.
Thank you for connecting.
All right, thank you.
What else we have? Anyone else? This is the last call. Jay doesn't get in boxes. Well, I think Gabby, if it was in fact true, the text from his teacher saying, does he have an autism diagnosis? I mean, she showed that. There was absolutely no benefit to that. Yes, thank you for the million. You guys were tapping and listening and through all the chaos. I appreciate y'all so much.
Can you get me down?
Get you down.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. I appreciate you bringing the receipts, taking the time, and giving us your story. Thank you all. No, thank all of you. Her is breaking headline news. Let me pull